What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. One of the most unaccountable people that I've ever seen, I would say in the last 20 years, it has to be Chris Brown. We all know what Chris Brown did with Rihanna, and ever since that situation, his career has kind of been like ups and downs. You know, he's kind of been banned from like the Super Bowl or big time performances, although he has that fan base that sells out in minutes. I think he sold out Johannesburg within like 1 hour, the whole thing, okay? And, you know, Chris Brown, he's always crashing out, all right? Basically having problems, and because of that, he's been doing a lot of tours overseas. You know, Amsterdam, the UK. He makes a lot of his money in these markets, all right? Because of what's been going on in America. But he's down bad right now because he's just been arrested in Manchester over a bottle attack that happened at a London nightclub, all right? Now, actually, this has allegedly happened at the Trendy Tape nightclub in central London on February 2023. And allegedly he hit this guy with the bottle, okay? He punched and hit him on the head with the bottle, kicked him on the floor as he laid down, and the guy said his knee collapsed. Mr Diaw had been taken to the hospital needing crutches to walk when he was discharged, all right? And he's supposed to be in Britain to perform 10 more dates, actually next month, but now this may not happen. He was supposed to be having a huge show in Tottenham, at Hotspurs in London, but we don't know if that's going to be in jeopardy or not. But the issue is that I want to talk about now is, why hasn't Chris Brown grown up, okay? Why hasn't Chris Brown grown up? And when I see the situations with Chris Brown, I'm gonna be honest, man, I see a situation with Chris Brown that I would see struggling with myself sometimes as a black man. I gotta bring it back to that. With all of the opportunities that I believe I've had or you've had, and despite me blaming somebody else for what happened there, one thing I keep finding out is wherever I go, there I am. You know, I had some problems, not very many in Poland, but you know, things I could have did better, I didn't. In Uganda, I missed a lot of opportunities, and it wasn't anybody else's fault but mine. And everywhere I went, there I was. And it came to a point where I had to just make a decision of when I'm gonna get my life together, man. Like, when am I gonna get my stuff together? And it wasn't like I was struggling doing stuff, but the reality is what did I do to hurt myself, and why I couldn't control, let's say, what I said to people. For example, like, you know, I've been living out here for a minute, and sometimes business deals don't go the right way, and people are taking advantage of you. And I felt like I would always have to react to that. And let me just tell you guys something, man. Even if somebody is in the wrong, you don't have to respond to it, okay? Especially if you're Chris Brown. If you ever feel like you need to hit somebody or attack somebody, especially if you are in a foreign country, let me make this clear to you guys, okay? When you are in a foreign country, a country not of your origin, those people are most likely not gonna wanna be able to put up with your stuff, all right? I'm just gonna be honest, because you're not at home. You're not in America. You're someplace else. So then the question remains is, why are you doing that when you're not in your homeland? And why can't you control yourself? Why are you a 34-year-old person or a 33-year-old person who is a millionaire and you're having problems? Chris Brown always has these problems, and I'm gonna tell you why I believe he does. It's related to his drug use. Chris Brown can't stop snorting the white Cupid hype, okay? And then Chris Brown don't have anybody around him that could probably tell him, like, yo, man, what are you doing? Like, why don't you chill out? What's going on with you, bro? Like, can you get it together? It's the same thing with Diddy. When you look at Diddy, it's years of having yes men around you and doing whatever you feel like doing because you can. That's what happens when you're Diddy. If you check me, I'm gonna get rid of you. If you somehow tell me what to do, I'm gonna get rid of you. Who are you to tell me anything? You need to You need to back up off me, player. What's wrong with you? Like you'd be surprised at how many dudes that, I mean, like this happens a lot. It happens a lot. And then so many guys, you know, try to be in your life and they get forced out because, you know, you got all these things going on, whether it's different women, whether it's whatever else. And so you're in a situation where you just can't do anything. And so now you're down bad. So people just surround you, they just paying you and they just on your hype. You see it with these streamers out here. They do something wrong, here come all their whole squad. And they around them because they got money. Ain't nobody gonna tell them the truth. Hey bro, you're crashing out. And like, what? What you mean? Cause you're too proud, right? Get up out of here. Hey man, well, what you mean? You know how it is. And then you never grow. Life just keep giving you that same issue like it was doing for me. It's only now my mid-40s, I'm like, oh my God, I need to shut up. Oh my God, I don't need to say anything. Oh my God, I need to actually think before I actually, you know, delve into that. Oh my God, just because that person wants to be unprofessional, that don't give me the right to respond in a way. Let them be the fool. And that's how people who have money get to keep it, okay? Imagine me coming to Uganda, acting an ass, and then I come here and act a whole ass, and then now I'm in trouble. I mean, imagine that. Imagine I'm here, I have to get like arrested because somebody did something to me and I end up hitting them. And like Chris Brown, man, like you only blowing your bag. You already can't get on in certain spots in the States. You proving the people right, bro. Super Bowl, you cried about that. All-Star game, they don't want you there. Okay, so if they don't want you there, then what you gotta do is, as a man, you gotta make sure you're not making the mistakes. Is Chris Brown doing that? No. He's proving to them that, you know what? Everything y'all said about me is true. Everything. Yeah, I'm pathetic. Yeah, I'm immature. Yeah, I don't never learn. No, I don't learn nothing. And I'm just crying all the time. When somebody don't want to put up with my stuff, I'm crying all the time. When I can't get my way, I'm crying all the time. And if you find yourself in this situation, and I certainly have, we got to change this year. We all do. We all need to look and eliminate that Chris Brown out of our life so we can maximize whatever life we got left. And stop blaming other people for why we be having issues. Stop blaming other people. When clearly, wherever we go, there we are having hella problems. Very many of them. All the time. Okay? And it don't make no sense. Why are we having them problems? We don't even know. But we always have them. Why? Why? Because we're not taking accountability for what we do. And once we can do that, things will get better. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Usher Jackson back at it again. Another episode of The Celebrity Drunk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.